Our energy and passion is a well full of unreturnable gold of unknown depth. If this were life, we do best to spend wisely, just in case the depths were shallow. But it's a game, so dig deep and spend every piece just in case the depths are infinite. The regret of burning out early pales in comparison to having a lot left in the tank in the end. What's up? Hey, we have Christmas Eve on our hands. All right, welcome guys. Almost made it to the end of the year. All right, we're almost at Christmas tomorrow. All right, and Christmas may be no big deal to some people, but it's always fun to me because I don't know, it's like a magical time of year. All right, where like you didn't have school, which was awesome, and then but I remember over Christmas we always had basketball tournaments because people always used holidays as an excuse to run basketball tournaments because they knew that you weren't in school, right? And as I got older, people stopped doing that. I don't know why, but I don't know. During your break, what do you do with your life? All right, during your vacation, what do you do? All right, and the answer should be if you're going to live a healthy life, and I think anyone would say this, anybody, even those diehards who are like, you shouldn't try so hard and blah 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 blah, right? You should do. During your vacation, during your mental escapes, you should do whatever you want. All right, whatever brings your heart joy. That's what you should do during your downtime. And if that's just sit down, play a video game, do it. Relax your mind. If it's just to read a book, just to sleep, relax your mind because mental health is very, very important. You need to take some time for yourself. Now, if you happen to be a psychopath, and what you love to do during your downtime is to work really hard at something, no one's going to stop you. But that takes a special person. You may not be that special person, but no one else can tell you that. I can't tell you whether you are or you aren't. But other people can't tell you if you are or aren't either. Only you can tell yourself that. So, if you happen to be just a hard worker by trade, and if it is for basketball, then yeah, put up your shots. Put up your shots. All right, what's up, Noah Masseth, man? How you doing, baby? All right, let's begin. We got our quote of the day. All right, it is addictive to help others succeed. I might not have said that when I was younger, but I'm definitely noticing it now. All right, and again, like we pointed out, we did a drill at the end of our camp where everyone in the whole camp, except for those that chose not to, had to run and do push-ups and do all this stuff. And then we had to disqualify some teams toward the end because we had to have all 5 players willing to go on. And it was so hard that some people were like, I can't go on. But usually 3 or 4 out of 5 of them were like, no, we want to do this. We want to do this. We want a chance to win, right? Because they had already come so far. All right, you have to make sure that you're inspiring others to go with you. Because this is not golf or tennis or some sport that is an individual sport. This is a team sport. And with a team sport, you're going to need to inspire and motivate other people beside yourself. And if you're like, but I'm selfish. No, you're not going to say that. But you're like, I don't like to speak up. Or they're not listening to me. You're not going to come up with creative ways for them to listen to you. Then you need to figure it out. Or you need to switch to an individual sport. All right? Because if you're going to be a productive member of the NBA population or whatever, all right, you have to figure out a way to move those mountains. All right? Figure out a way to, like, not just get yourself to shoot 500 shots a day, but to get the worst person on your team to shoot at least 100 shots a day. All right? And then everyone in between. All right? You have to push people like that. And if we're all pushing each other together, like I said before, I've said it countless times, it becomes so much easier if everyone is doing the same thing. So, and like this quote says, it is addictive to help others succeed. Once you start doing it, it's just going to snowball from there. All right? It's going to become so much easier to keep going because it's just who you become. It's just who you are. All right? And then not only are you going to inspire them, they're going to inspire you right back. All right. Let's move on. We got our elementary school drills. All right. I'm doing this every single day because sooner or later I will have some help once I get some moolah to pay some people. But for right now, I can do this every single day. But, I do love this. This is a passion of mine. If I weren't doing anything at all and weren't getting paid, I would do this. Whatever. All right. What's up, Austin Masseth? We got both the Masseths on right now. Merry Christmas, you guys. All right. And if we were to have practice tomorrow, which we don't, we would be doing our open gym, which is just playing. And we are switching the times to 7 p.m. starting in January, so heads up for that. All right. So hopefully we can pack the gym with people ready to play some open gym. All right, which is just playing around. And again, you bring all your friends, bring whoever. It's free. Just have them sign up online and then show up. All right. For the first 10 minutes, we always do a drill. All right, we do 2 drills. Sorry about that. All right, and for this one, for the first 5 minutes, we do half-court shots for elementary. I see we can make the most in an allotted time. And then for this one, we got 0 to 2 dribbles, 5 arc spots, efficient one-on-one from the corners, wings, and top. All right, so from the 5 spots on the court, the corner, wing, top, opposite wing, opposite corner, we're going to go one-on-one. And you're going to play to a specific number. All right, and you get 0 to 2 dribbles. So 0, 1, or 2 dribbles, and that's basketball. I talked a lot about the kids over dribbling and things like that. If you're a pro, you're going to do a move in like 1 or 2 dribbles, and there's going to be some games somehow, some way on Christmas Day. Watch them in the NBA, especially too, maybe even college. Watch them and see how many dribbles that people take. Except for James Harden or Kyrie or like a point guard, once they catch the ball in the wing, they're not dribbling. They're not. So notice that, and that's what the pros do. That's what the pros do. All right? They have the best defenders on them in the entire world, plus they're the best players in the whole world, and they're not messing around with it. It's extremely efficient. Now, it does take a lot of practice to be able to score in 2 dribbles or less, and that's what we're trying to tell you to do. All right? And if you're scoring in 2 dribbles or less, you're making efficient moves. You can play it at any level. All right? You have to know if you can go for it as well. All right? So be well experienced in knowing if this move is going to work versus this move. But that's about it. You should catch the ball, assess the situation. Can you do the move or not? And for me, I would always look behind the player because this guy was like nothing in front of me. I could drive by him every single time. But would I? No, I wouldn't, because sometimes there was like a post player behind him that I would run into, so I just wouldn't drive. I would jab, pass it up. All right, but when there was no one behind him, now I'm like, oh, I got him. So I take a long first step and a longer first dribble, and then I'm just gone. All right, so you just have to be very, very patient when it comes down to how you use your dribbles. Don't over dribble. All right, and that's why we do the 0 to 2 dribbles, 5 arc spots, and then we would play 5-on-5. Hopefully, we can get to those numbers starting in January, but we will see. All right, homework. Who's posting the homework? Is anyone? Oh, Noah Masseth. There we go, baby. All right. Again, this is part of that inspirational thing. If we can get our numbers up to what would it take? It would take half. All right, but we can start out with at least one a team. All right, but if we get half of our players doing this, the other half will be forced to. It's like a vote. And right now, the only question is, hey, who wants to get really good at basketball and buy into this? That's the only question. And it's not a raise your hand vote. It's post it or I don't believe you vote. Right? And if we got our top 50% to do this, I think about 90% of the bottom 50, they would be forced to do it. So to put that into perspective, we have 20 members. If we can get 10 people posting, the rest of the members, I would say we could get all but one, maybe all but two. So 80 or 90% of them, the rest of them, we could get them to do it as well, because they would be like, one, they would say, I want to be talked about like that. I want to get better. These guys are passing me up. Two, they would feel the peer pressure, because you guys would be like, oh, we're all doing it. Three, their parents would say, whoa. My kid's special too. Hey, why aren't you doing this? Everyone else is doing it. That kid at your school who has the same homework that you do, he's doing it, and you should do it. All right? Or your whole team is doing it. Learn how to be a team player. All right? So let's get it up to that level, so that we can inspire each other. All right. Again, just going right along. Math, John. Yeah, math. I killed it. All right. 2 is 90%. No, I said if we got 50% of our players, which is 10 players, we can get 90% of the rest. That's what I said, dude. So 90% of 10 is what? Rohit, you can't mess with the math god, dog. And speaking of math, Kemba Walker, he knows some math. All right? He knows some math. He's sitting there like getting 0 minutes a game. And he's like, yo. This don't add up. That's what he said. What's up, Gavin Witt? All right. Not 80. Listen. I said 8 or 9. So I kind of changed it to 80 or 90%. But yes, okay. All right. Anyways, Kemba Walker was on the bench. And they said the problems for New York were Kemba's fault. They take him out. And he humbly stepped down. He wasn't arguing, asking for a trade, nothing like that. He waited his time. He was patient. And he kept working in the meantime. Then 3 weeks go by, New York still loses. So it's not Kemba's fault. Right? So they gave him another chance. And what does he do immediately? Well, nothing. He just proved him right and just went out there and just did nothing. They still lost. No! He started balling. All right? He showed them what they were missing out on. And he scored like 27 in the first game. Then this last game he scored 46. That was what you had on the bench. All right? Those of you guys who just complain, and then finally get your chance and you're like so, I don't know, what's the word? Like soil suited? I don't even know if that's a word. But yes, you're so like, oh my God. He's playing me now? Well, I don't even want to play now. Whatever. Right? No. He balled out. I remember when Rohit and Connor were struggling in our championship game that we had last fall. I took him out. They felt bad that I gave them a chance to go back in. And they did nothing. They tried to do a little something. A little. They had a chance to prove me wrong and they just didn't. All right? You only get so many chances like that in life. And either you take it, all right, and you sit there and you take it, or you wait for your opportunity, and when your opportunity comes, you strike. All right? And you strike. You don't feel sad for yourself. Don't even feel like any kind of vengeance for the coach. Because obviously, before he took you out, you weren't scoring like 50 points a game. All right? You weren't just murdering it, right? So, yes, life is like that sometimes. Sometimes it's not fair. And he proved it by doing this afterwards. Connor stole my rebound. Oh, I know. You guys just knocked it out of bounds. That was hilarious. All right. Let me get to the... We're going to do trivia right after this. And then we have our story and some other stuff. But for right now, commercial break. Now again, we had our we had our camp. I'm not sure how many people are going to join. I gave them until the first to get a little discount. So if you want anyone to join before the first, you give them our discount code. The discount code is 2021. It's the year. And if they put in the discount code 2021 on our website, they get $100 off. All right, $100 off the yearly, or $100 off the quarterly price. All right, at least for the first payment. Then it goes up, so they get to save $100. All right, so let your people know. Let your people know. All right, and then we can go about our business. But again, it ends on New Year, so we should know, who is doing what by then. All right, we don't have any practices until then as well. But immediately when we come back, I think on the 2nd or 3rd, something like that, whatever that Monday is, I believe. All right, we have practice. So look online. I think the next day is in January, and just know for future years we aren't going to take this time off. I will have enough players to make it work. I wasn't sure this year, and the gym time isn't free, so I was like, "Are we going to be doing it?" And it's been up to you guys. The tournaments have been up to you guys. The practice have been up to you guys. But once I get let's say 50 people, yeah, I don't care about what y'all want to do anymore. We're always going, and then you get to take time off whenever you want to take time off. And I hope that you do take time off. Someone asked me today, I don't think that your program, I think your program's a little toxic. It's a little too much. It's a little too rough on the kids. You're forcing them to come every single day. And I'm like, dude, no one shows up every day. No one ever has shown up every day. All right? We're dealing with people who are right here, and I'm trying to get them to right here. All right? And this is 3, 4, 5 times a week. This is trying your hardest, almost year round, taking a vacation twice. This is where you guys are, and so I'm trying to tell y'all to go hard. But you think hard is once a week. I'm like, nah, go harder. And you're like, oh, okay, so 1.5 a week. I'm like, no. Then I go, okay, work harder than Michael Jordan has ever worked a day in his life, and kill yourself and blah blah blah. And you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I'll go right here. And that's how I get you guys to work hard, relatively hard. All right, you gotta realize the real guys that make it are right here. They're at that taking 1 day a week off, maybe level, and then they are going balls out for 2-3 hours a day, and then during the summer they take a month off, just to rest their body. No one is up here. If you were up here going 7 days a week, I would not be talking the way that I'm talking. I would not be go harder, blah, blah. I'd be yo, calm down. Go about right here. But since you guys are right here, thinking that I get to eat some cereal every day and become great, that's why I say all these words. So step it up so I am pulling you guys back. That'd be awesome. If I was yo, no, man, you're going too hard, you're going too hard, you're going too hard. That would be fantastic, but it's not like that right now. So I got to push it all to the ceiling. All right? So definitely you get some time off. Definitely, there is a ceiling to this. All right, but the ceiling is not the rug. All right, so work harder, and you're aiming for 100%. That is the ideal. All right, and then you will get sick one day. It's impossible not to. You will have too much homework one day. It's impossible not to. All right, you will get hurt. It's impossible not to. You will need to rest. It's impossible not to. But you strive for 100%. And then when those things come up, it's easy, and you get to just skip it whenever you have to. You're just oh, these skips are rare. We have to go up to Steamboat Springs and party like a rock star because we're rich. Whatever your deal is, those times are rare. All right, so you are striving for 100%, but knowing that you'll never get there, and then don't worry about it. As long as you get to this level, you will be amazing, especially harder working than most other people. All right. Let's finish up right here. We got our middle school stuff. We got dribble tag, 1-on-1 efficiency wins, 5-on-5 cutthroat for 1-on-1 efficiency wins. Now we got the 0 to 2 dribbles again, but you get 1, 2, or 3 points depending on how many dribbles that you have. This is actually a defensive drill. All right, it's great for the offensive one, but we can just do the 0 to 2 dribbles for the offensive one. This one is a defensive one because if they give you a shot just standing still, that's the worst shot that you can give up. Without them taking one dribble and they just shot over you, there's no help side. So it's a one-on-one game, and this is not an individual sport, nor should it be. So you just ruin that by allowing them to just shoot the ball. So you got to get close enough, because if they make that shot for this drill, they're going to get 3 points. 0 dribbles equals 3 points if they do it. Next one is 1 dribble. You should be able to stop someone with 1 dribble going to the basket. You know how hard it is to score with 1 dribble, so don't let people do it to you. And if you can make someone dribble twice, that's decent. Now we definitely have help side. All right, so for this drill, this is a defensive drill. You got to get close enough to take away the first shot, move your legs enough with the correct leg going the correct way to change their direction to make them take more than 1 dribble, and then contest the shot on the second dribble. All right, that's when you're a great defender. You don't need to do more. If they're taking 18 dribbles, there's no game in which someone's going to all the time do that without it being a really, really bad team. All right, so that's why we play one-on-one efficiency wins, and then it also helps for the offense. All right, let's move on to the trivia question as promised. Trivia, we got Finn Kaufman, Connor Rush with 4, Noah Masseth with 3, Roey Dobbs with 1, Sean Amin with 1, and then Finn Kaufman again at the top with 12 points. All right, let's see if someone can catch Finn. I don't know if we have enough days in the month to catch him, but you can try. All right, the question today is, who won the NBA Most Improved Player Award for the 2015/2016 season? Who won the NBA Most Improved Player, the MIP, all right, award for the 2015-2016 season? First person to put it wins. You get to see the answers right here, right there. All right, so whoever puts the answer down first wins. Again, it has to be on our screen. I don't care what your screen looks like. All right, and I will see if I can guess it. I would say that guy. I was right. All right, so I guessed it right. Let's see what you guys do. Again, you can use Google. You can use whatever. You can ask your dad. You can ask your mom. All right, whoever puts the right answer down wins. Is there anyone on? Anyone on? Anyone on? Because I'm about to skip it, and you have until the end of the show to answer it, and good luck. All right, I'll wait about a few more seconds to see if anyone is going to answer it. I don't know. We don't have Finn Kaufman here, so it's anyone's game. Will anyone win? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right, but we have to go. If you answer it, you answer it. I will come back to this. All right. Next, we got the high school stuff. For high school, we got 360 reverse layup and 102 escape. We did this last week, and Aiden's sister was like, dude, you sabotaged me. All right. Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Buckets is not the answer. You can only answer once. That's the rule. Jimmy Butler. Oh, man. 2 people are saying Jimmy Butler. Yeah, let me pull it up real quick for you guys so you can see, because both of you guys got it wrong. Most improved player. So you have to look at the thing. Let me see, NBA for years. And this is like for the 2015, 2016. Maybe this is wrong. Let's check. Yeah, it's not. All right, so when did Jimmy Butler get it? Jimmy Butler did get it, but he didn't get it during that season. All right. The 2015-2016 season was C.J. McCollum. All right, C.J. McCollum, if you want to see it, it's right here. All right, if you look at right there, 2015-2016 means that the season ended in 2016. All right, 2014-2015 might be a different season, so it's not the 2015 one. Yeah, it's kind of like a trick question, but yes, it is C.J. McCollum. No one gets the answer, and we are moving on to, again, high school. When we did the 360 reverse layup, it was tough, and then Aiden's sister said, you sabotaged me, man. I did the workout, and that was like the hardest thing in the world, but I asked you guys to do the hard things because it's fun. All right, a 360 reverse layup, it kind of gives you like the awareness to be able to like move your body in the air and still finish. So when someone hits you in the game, you're fading away or something like that, you can still finish a layup. If you could do this crazy thing, you could do something normal like just finish a layup. So I like to go beyond. And I think it's easier for you to practice this for a long time, like an hour, and just like lose yourself in the hour, than it is for you to practice a regular layup. So we do this just so you can practice jumping ability, coordination in the air, finishing, all that stuff. So it takes care of a lot of things, whereas you may never do a 360 reverse layup. You shouldn't in a game. But this helps you learn so much other stuff, which is why we have it on the list. 102 escape. Again, you want to change your hands, direction, and speed, trying to get by 2 people in a shortened amount of space. And the reason that we do this is because dribbling a whole bunch of times with 2 people guarding you, that's going to get you better, because one person isn't going to guard you that tightly. And if you can do it against 2, you can easily do it against 1. So that's why we do that. And then we would play 5-on-5. So again, open gym startup again, and January at 7 p.m. So I will hopefully see you guys and all your friends there too. All right. Let's go to the story of the day, and then we are finished. Finito. Finito. All right. Let's check. You may have been born with a little or a lot. You may have gained strength or speed. And you may have been blessed with a strong mentality. But it's a continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, that is the key to unlocking your greatest potential. All right, for that, we all have different starting points in life. All right, I ended up being a 6'7" athletic dude. All right, that's gonna be way different than like a 5'5" chubby kid. All right, it's gonna be way different, and you won't realize it until you're about freaking 60 years old. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you started off. All that matters is where you finished. All right, and if I were to show you something like this, all right, and again, I just think it's like so obvious, but it's not to some people. So if you are trying to make it anywhere in life, if you're trying to like become the best at anything, all right, you have to realize that you're not going for the MBA. Basically, you're just not. All right, you're going for your MBA. All right. What's up, Finn Kaufman? You missed the trivia. It's all right. All right. But look, you're starting off wherever you start off. All right. This right here is 0. All right. And there's a big line. I'm horrible with lines. All right. And this right here is 100. All right. And all along the way, we have 50. We got 25. We got 75. One of the biggest tricks in life is that it doesn't matter where you start. You guys have all heard, no matter how much money that you have, your life is still hard or whatever, right? That's totally true. You were dribbling in the rain. I like it, man. So when you're here, maybe you started off at 75. All right? Or maybe you started off at 25. Let's call this red dude 25. And as you went, all right, if you go up to right here to like, let's say 80, all right, you went so far, all right, and this is a lot of math, but you went 55. Now, if this other dude who started at 75 works hard, whatever, but he doesn't work as hard as you, he may still get up to 90. All right? And what we look at, because we're stupid, what we look at is the end result. And you say, everyone says, oh, well, that's easy. The 90 person beat the 85 person. And I know you know where I'm going with this. I know. But you don't. Because you don't act like it. All right? It's not about where you finished. It's about who went the furthest. All right? This person right here, he went 55. This person right here, he only went 15. And it's these two numbers that you have to watch. These two numbers are the only numbers that matter. How far did you get? All right? If you lose to a team by 90 and then like work out for a whole year, then lose to them by 4, you're not a loser. That seems like the worst team I've ever seen. It's not about that. John, you should add this quote. It's like 1% better a day gets you 37 times better at the end of the year, but 1% worse puts you at 0.04 of what you were at. I think we have a story like that, actually. And that's the story where, I forgot how to say it, but it's like if we put a penny in versus a quarter, all right, a penny versus a quarter, all right, you get to know the difference, basically. Okay, it's a penny versus a quarter, and I'm not sure exactly how that goes, but yeah, it's something like that. And I think in my videos I have Goofy on it. Let's check it out real quick. I don't know if I can find that, but yeah, you're right. All right, it's an everyday effort, and after a while, it totally adds up. All right, it adds up so much so that just changing your effort by like 5%. After a while, it equals something wild at the end of the year. All right, so you need to put in that effort even if you don't see the end result right now. All right, and I can't find it. Let's see. Oh man, we have way too many videos online, dude. Way too many videos. But yeah, just understand what I'm saying, and you got it. And don't worry about this final number. Oh, I found it. I found it. All right, and it's right here. Every second of practice, you can put in a 1 cent effort or a 25-cent effort. So I don't know if you can hear it, but it says every second of practice, you can put in a 1 cent effort or a 25-cent effort. You can be goofy and relaxed or serious and intense. You can be goofy and relaxed or be serious and intense. Per second, the difference is $72,000 a year. So with a penny effort a day, you'll make $72,000 a year. Versus $1.8 million a year. With the 25-cent effort every day, that's $1.8 million a year. So the point is, if I try to hand you a quarter versus a penny, you wouldn't care. You would think that those are about the same thing. Maybe, I don't know. But every single day, it just adds up. Even the smallest bit of change adds up. Even the smallest bit of change adds up. So make sure that you're adding up your change, all right, so that it equals that, and you don't care about the result, all right? You care about these numbers right here, all right? This 55 versus 15, and not where people started. Because some 7-footer, whatever, you can't catch up to that dude. Maybe you still lose, but who cares? If you went further, you're better, all right? You guys got that? Anyways, the quote of the day on this Christmas Eve is, it is addictive to help others succeed. So go out and help people succeed. Go out and help people be better in life. I do that, and then if you surround yourself with these people, then you will be better as well. All right. Merry Christmas to anyone who celebrates that. If you're a Hanukkah person, whatever they're called, happy Hanukkah 2 weeks ago. All right, you guys see me. What up, my brothers? All right, and if you're just a New Year's person, I guess we'll see you on New Year's. But either way, I will be here tomorrow too on Christmas because I am a psychopath. Anyways, you guys, I will talk to y'all later. Fantastic job. Watch some basketball games over this break and work out. Keep posting that homework. All right, everybody. I will see you. Wouldn't want to be ya. All right,